I'm Jared Falk, and in today's lesson, we're going to talk about how to play drums in 7/8 on time signature. So hopefully you know common time, because I'm going to relate 7/8 time to common time. So if you look at a time signature, you'll notice the bottom number is the value of the notes, okay? So if you've got 4/4, there's quarter notes, okay? And then the top number is how many of those notes are in that bar. So you have 4 quarter notes in a bar of 4/4, so 4/4. Okay, it's as simple as that. Now that could also be considered 8/8, right? If we put 8 eighth notes in that bar, you know, you'll see lots of sheet music with 8 eighth notes. That could technically be considered 8/8. And then there's 8 eighth notes in that bar. And then 7/8, all we're doing is chopping off one of those eighth notes. So we have 7 notes, 7 eighth notes in one bar. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I don't want to get too much into the math because it's not necessarily about that. It's really easy when you just count it, and there are a few different tips I can give you to actually count it properly. So the first tip is just actually counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as you play. Okay, the second thing you can do, and this is, you'll kind of hear a lot of songs with pulses in them. And you'll hear, you know, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So a lot of people like to count it that way as well. But it's totally up to you. For starting out, I'd recommend you just practice counting 1 to 7 and then starting over. So if you haven't played this time signature before, let's just start on the hi-hats to a click. We're going to put the click at 150 beats per minute. So notice if that was just a basic eighth note rock group, you could also count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1. So from there, it's just a matter of adding a kick drum on 1, and let's get that defined downbeat, and then start ingraining it into our heads, okay? All right, and now we're just going to add a pulse on the snare on beat 5, okay? Within the count of 7, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And eventually you can add in whatever you want within that time, but for this exercise, I want you guys to really play along with me. So if you're sitting at your computer watching this or on your phone or whatever, just kind of tap along and, you know, tap your foot on the 1, hit the snare on the 5, and then play all the eighth notes with your right hand. Here we go. Okay, now notice my click track here actually has a heavier pulse or a different type of beep on the downbeat. And it's great if you guys can get one of those to kind of help you along when you're first learning odd time signatures. Because it's something there, it's gonna, you know, remind you that here's downbeat every 7 beats, all right? So once you got that down, the next step is to just practice filling in 7/8. So I'm just gonna do a basic, okay? So 4, 4, 4, and then 2 on the low tom, because I'm going to chop off 2 of the 16th notes at the end. All right, so let's play a basic drum fill in 7/8. All right, guys, so that's how you play 7/8 odd time signature. It's a lot easier than it sounds or than you might think it is. So get to your kit and whip out some 7/8. So in common time, we have 4 quarter notes. I don't understand what's going on. Now the bottom number is how many notes are in that bar. And the top number, so if you actually look at a time signature, you'll notice the bottom number, oh goodness, 4 is the value of the notes. The bottom number is the value of the notes. The top number is the number of those notes in that bar. It's so simple.